Big night. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Styx performing in concert tonight, part of Sky Blast. So a sellout crowd for the second straight night. The Buccos, big disappointing loss last night, can put it behind them with a win tonight over the San Diego Padres. And as we said moments ago, they have their ace on the hill, A.J. Burnett, looking for his 15th win of the season. Check out the lineup for the Padres, who have won 10 straight games here at PNC Park. Alexei Amarista leads off, then Everett Cabrera. Chase Headley hit two home runs last night. Carlos Quentin will follow. Then it's Yonder Alonso, Will Venable, Cameron Maven, John Baker, the left-hand hitting catcher, and Jason Marquis.
A.J. Burnett. His numbers brought to you by Western PA Chevy dealers, and they have been stunning. Remember that bad game he had? That's long forgotten. He has been brilliant since then. Just absolutely terrific. Good numbers all the way around. Not so good numbers against the San Diego Padres. 5 starts, 1-4. But I don't know. This guy is on such a roll right now, pitching so very well. Almost a couple of back-to-back complete games. A near no-hitter at Chicago, Wrigley against the Cubs, and then in Cincinnati. Tremendous work in that series last Sunday. So Burnett has been fine, and you look for him to lead the way tonight, to be quite honest.
We've been saying that a lot this season, haven't we, with A.J. Burnett?
Chance for maybe a record crowd tonight. Who knows? They're still pouring across the Clemente Bridge. They are hungry for Pirate baseball. They're looking forward to the concert. Sky Blast could all come together for perhaps the most people we've ever seen in this yard.
So Burnett will face the Padres for the first time in 7 years.
His 330th Major League start. Got a couple veterans going today. His 330th, Marquis, starting his 288th.
Look at that. It's A.J. Burnett, Cy Young, and then what's it say? Made by the Sign Store. Thanks a lot, guys. I made one comment a few months ago. You're like the gypsies in the trailer. You never forget. The bouncing ball, nice play right away by Alvarez.
There you go, hot corner, hot play.
In on the grass, quick reflexes, gets up, and with one pitch, 1 out.
Had to take it on the backhand side, and then the gun, of course.
A look from the AGH cam on the play by Pedro Alvarez to retire Alexei Amarista.
Well, when we slow it down that much, I still hope. Are we still going to get him? Yeah, we do each time.
And a strike. Alvarez 18 errors this season. So wants to cut those numbers down, but a lot of nights he's made some above average plays, including against Everett Cabrera last night. This batter tried to bunt for a hit following the Amarista home run, and Alvarez came in barehanded, threw on to get the speedy Everett Cabrera.
Got a circle in the first inning last night, gets one tonight.
And a pop-up shortstop tonight is Josh Harrison, and 2 away. What a night for Chase Headley. First time in his career he homered from each side of the plate. Both were very big. This one tied the game. A 3-run shot in the 5th inning. And the last batter James McDonald would face. And then with the Padres down a run and 2 outs, Headley with a man aboard gives the Padres the lead again, homering off Tony Watson.
Yeah, he knew he had the first one. He didn't know he had the second one, but he hit it in the right spot, right inside the foul pole down the left field line.
Is it any wonder he told the media last night how much he loves playing here? And there's a high drive deep to right center field. No kidding. Chase Headley, 18th home run of the season, and his 3rd home run in his last 3 at-bats.
And that was a no-doubter. I mean, that's a big part of the ballpark. We talk about left field. The bleachers in right center field are way out there, and that got into the seats comfortably. It wasn't one that would require a replay. Inside, power zone, and he just gets it all. And he knows it.
That little skip tells you he knows it.
Yep. See, that's well into the crowd.
Last 3 at bats, he's homered. Chase Headley, now with 18 home runs on the year and 68 RBIs. James McDonald looks on. Now Carlos Quentin. It's the 13th home run that Burnett has allowed this season.
And first inning runs given up by Pirate starters continues to be a factor.
7 of the last 8 games, the Pirates pitchers have allowed first inning runs. And the last 3 games, they have allowed home runs to the opposition. Wandy Rodriguez gave up a Jason Kubel homer on Thursday afternoon. Alexi Amarista homered on the second pitch of the game from James McDonald. And now Chase Headley. Rivers Casino tips to win.
I did write these before the game. Trust me. Pray no Padres first inning runs. Well, that's by the boards. It's all Burnett when you're looking at this game tonight to get the Pirates out of this little mini funk. Get a lead, hold it. So far, we're 0 for 2 out of those 3, but we'll get a chance to regroup.
3-1 now.
And we will.
Yep.
Because Burnett, 10 starts at PNC Park this year. The Pirates are 10-0 in those 10 starts. He personally 7-0. 330th major league start. So first inning home runs. He doesn't like them, but he's been down that road before.
A line drive base hit by Quentin. Oh, again, going back to what Headley was saying, that he said this is probably my favorite place to play. The stadium's absolutely beautiful. Got a lot of family in the area. That's nice to see. But it's just a tremendous ballpark. I see the ball well here. I think that could probably be a quote from all of his teammates too over the last few years. This has been their home away from home, PNC Park.
So he's got folks in the neighborhood, Western Pennsylvania.
Dad, born and raised in Meadville. His mom from Conneaut Lake.
Right up 79.
He moved to Colorado before he was born, but still has family in town. 1 ball, no strikes on Yonder Alonso.
Probably safe to say he's got some passes out tonight.
Yep.
Folks coming in to watch this presentation.
Ball to strike. So Burnett looking to become the second 15-game winner in the league. He and Johnny Cueto and Gio Gonzalez of the Nationals with 14 wins. R.A. Dickey of the Mets leads the league with 15 W's. And that got the batter Alonso, which runners at first and second. Brings up Will Venable. A couple of quick outs. Amarista the ground ball. Cabrera the pop up, then the homer, base hit, and hit by a pitch.
Curveball down.
Two on, 2 out. The batter Will Venable. Venable 0 for 4 last night. Padres have won 10 in a row here. They have feasted on Pirates pitching in what is considered by many to be a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Bud Black's club, he said, I can't explain why we have such a good record here. Pirates have never won a series over the Padres in this ballpark. Black said, well, maybe it just so happens we've been playing well when we come to town. They have won 5 in a row.
There's more evidence, you know, even a major league manager, there's some things you just can't explain. It happens. And it happens because you're trying just as hard when it doesn't happen as you are when it happens. So how do you explain it? It just plays out that way.
Oh, 0-2. Take a look at the A.J. Burnett, Steve.
There's the knuckle curve. Yeah, he digs that fingernail into the top seam where the seams come together. That's his curveball. Show it to you later on, but right now we got urgent matters to take care of. Third out in the first inning.
Takes care of him with the breaking ball. Home run for Headley through the bottom of the first. Jason Marquis takes the hill. Lineup against him brought to you by Toyota. Starling Marte will lead things off. He has a 6-game hitting streak. Then it's Travis Snyder and Andrew McCutchen. Garrett Jones hitting .310 with a dozen home runs while batting in the 4th spot of the order. Neil Walker will follow. Pedro Alvarez hits 6th. Josh Harrison at shortstop. Then Barajas and Burnett.
The veteran Jason Marquis, he's been around about as long as A.J. Burnett. I told you he's making something like his 288th career start. 5 and 6. He was with the Twins early. 7 starts with them and then picked up by the Padres.
And he's been pitching much better in a San Diego uniform. His ERA in 7 games with the Twins was .847. It's .410 with San Diego.
Beat the Mets last time out. 6 in the 3rd innings. 3 runs given up. Ground ball pitcher primarily. Remember way back in the day he came up. He was highly heralded, touted by the Atlanta Braves way back in the day.
Strike is called on Starling Marte.
Now he prefers to work off the third base side of the pitching rubber. Guys like the first base side. Some guys like the middle. Where you feel best at. Lots and lots of ground balls.
Likes to compete. One of those guys that he's battled through some injuries.
It's one of the reasons that a lot of teams have given him chances. 13th Major League season, 8th different Major League team.
6'1", 220 pounds. 2-2 the count to Starling Marte. 15 games in the big leagues, 62 at bats, 4 homers, 10 runs batted in.
He's an exciter. He is really an exciter.
Hits this one to center field. Back is Maben at the track. And he did not get all of that. Kind of a 3/4 swing and still drove it toward the wall. One away. Maben in center field. He's excellent out there. Carlos Quentin in right. Will Venable in left. The corners, Headley and Alonso. Amarista Cabrera up the middle. Baker catches Marquis. Chase Headley, 9 errors. And I guess most importantly, that bat. 18 home runs now. His home run in the top of this inning.
Well, you talk about no stranger to the Pittsburgh Pirates when you take a look at Jason Marquis. 26th career start against the Bucks at 12-7. I've seen a lot of him over the years. 111 wins.
First round pick of the Braves in 1996. Faces Travis Snyder. Hit his first Pirate home run last night. 3-run shot. Looked as though it'd be an easy W for the Pirates after that home run. And then they later tacked on 2 more. Home run made it 5-1. Pedro Alvarez later singled off a left-hander. Alex Hinshaw made it 7-1 in the 4th inning.
Interesting kind of emotion by Marquis. As we told you, he lines up with the anchor foot over by third base, both feet on the rubber, but then it's kind of a 2-piece windup, almost like he comes forward almost into kind of a stretch rhythm right there, and then completes the rest of the windup.
Tap to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Whatever works.
And now Marquis will face Andrew McCutchen. 0 for 4 with a run scored last night.
I wonder how many offers he's had this year. Not all that many.
Still batting .365.
I keep track of that too.
And a strike called. Mom and Dad been here this entire homestand. She sang the anthem the other night. A roll and foul. By the way, McCutchen has been hitless in just 22 games in the 112 played by the Pirates this season.
I was just going to mention that number before you went and looked it up.
Roller to short. Marquis has a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. 1-0 Padres on to the second at PNC Park. When the Dodgers come to town this Monday through Thursday. And Thursday, a special 4:05 start and a PNC check card discount game. Get up to $10 off select tickets when you use your PNC check card. Or tickets go to pirates.com. Get the Z going and hopefully getting a win tonight to even the series and keep the Pirates 3.5 back of the Reds, who beat the Cubs today 4-2. Here's Cameron Maben.
Cubs had him by the neck 2-1 for a while, but then the late comeback by the Redlegs.
Ball to strike on the center fielder, Cameron Maben. 6 homers, 31 RBIs, 0 for 2, a couple of walks last night. Don't want to be walking Maben. Burnett certainly doesn't want to do that. Maben has 20 steals in 24 attempts. Updated standings now in the Central Division. The Pirates would still be going to the postseason as a wild card, but they have their sights set on the division. 2-2 on Cameron Maben. We mentioned the stolen base numbers. First of all, the Padres have the second highest stolen base total in the National League. And of course, when A.J. Burnett on the hill, Pirates as a whole struggling. Burnett has allowed 24 steals in 25 attempts. He picked off Ryan Ludwig off of first base his last time out in Cincinnati for his first quote caught stealing of the season. That start, by the way, was 6 days ago, so an extra day's rest for Burnett as he strikes out. Maben looking. Maben still standing there.
Mike Winters will answer his questions.
Winters allowed Maben a little longer than most, I think, would to stand there.
Check out the grid. You be the umpire. Maybe Maben had an argument, and he did.
Burnett gets the call. Now John Baker. Oh, a lot of discussion today, almost everywhere you went, about last night's game and whether the Pirates stayed too long with McDonald. Steve, you and I did the radio side last night. Tim and Bob on the TV side to watch James McDonald be staked to that 7-1 lead. And if you break that down, that 5th inning, you know, you and I really haven't talked about it at all, but I didn't think that it was so late to bring Resop in the ball game because it happened so quickly.
Well, the 3-run home run, that's exactly right. You know, we still had the lead.
Well, first of all, McDonald goes out there and Will Venable pops up to start the 5th inning. So he retired 11 in a row at that point. Then the next guy, Maben, walks. And this batter, John Baker, single to right. So now you've got first and second, 1 out. The pinch hitter, Jesus Guzman, doubles to center field. It was well hit, no question about that. 2-run score. So maybe if you're Clint Hurley, start to think, and you know, you're aware as Burnett registers the strikeout. Baker couldn't hold his swing. Back-to-back Ks, 3 in a row now for Burnett. And then following the double, Amarista gets the RBI single.
He bounces the ball through.
A ground single. So now he gets Resop up because this is getting crazy now, right? The walk, the single, the double, the single. So now Resop gets up ready in a hurry. Cabrera base hit, and then the home run. I don't think he had time.
No. Plus the fact that you're trying to work with James McDonald to get him the feel of getting out of an inning without tremendous damage, because that's you got to find that. Every starter has to.
Yeah, that was the thing Hurdle talked about too. Was really wanted this guy to get an opportunity. And Jason Marquis, a good hitting pitcher.
5 career home runs. Back that up.
His 7th hit this season and 26 at bats.
Yeah, I was talking to Paul Alexander about that very subject as you look at this base hit. That you want to get in a point where if you're missing or anything, you want to give up 1 or 2 runs. You don't want to get tagged for 6, and that's experience. You got to work through. Okay, I'm going to jam. I can't really dwell on what's happened. Now I got to do what I can do with this hitter and then the next hitter, and it's a process and it's a factor you have to start to get comfortable with and believe in. So maybe Clint trying to let him do that, and then abruptly a 3-run home run.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It was so fast. This is true. I had a buddy who went to the game last night, with a couple other friends, and he said he left at the top of the inning to go get a beer. A couple beers for his buddies. They go back to the concession stand, and they said the lines weren't enormous. It was regular lines, a few people. He gets up, gets a couple beers. He turns around and he sees on the monitor in the concourse somebody jogging around the bases. He figures, oh, it's probably 7-2 or 7-3. Yep. He gets out into the seats and sees the scoreboard. He realizes it's Headley that just hit a 3-run homer at 7-7. Yep. That's how quickly it happened. Oh, and by the way, the Pirates regained the lead. So they had the chance to win later and couldn't hold it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Alexi Amarista. And that was the other debate today, by the way, was Chris Resop. He had retired 6 in a row. And then Tony Watson comes in. But Watson came in to face the lefty Amarista. He got him to ground out and was going to stay on to face Cabrera, who bats 178 from the right side. He walked Cabrera. Well, Burnett strikes out Amarista and strikes out the side. He's punched out 4. 1-0 Padres.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks.
Starling Marte with a great smile, and some smiles there from Barajas and Clint Hurdle, encouraging his troops.
Just another note on that McDonald thing. There have been times, last night, 10 in a row, something like that. Last homestand, he had a stretch where he started out rough, retired 12 in a row, and then got in the same kind of a jam as you watch Marquis work. So eventually, you got to let him out there so he learns how to work through a tough inning without getting buried. And how else can you do it other than stay out there for a while? And, you know, the relief pitchers, you know, the managers, they don't pick names out of a hat. You know, they're going on percentages and matchups and everything. Plus, never lose track of the fact they've got to make decisions before the fact. After the fact, boy, there's a lot of things you can look at. But when you're down there and you've got to make it and hope it works and think that it will work, and when it doesn't, yeah, you're going to get some criticism. People are going to ask questions.
That's what Hurdle
it's part
said.
of the deal.
Hurdle says, I can't second guess. I've got a first guess.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
You can. I can't.
You can't lose track of that.
A hard shot, but they had Jones played behind second anyway. So Cabrera throws him out. Marquis has retired the first 4.
As you watch this play, see, you got to get away from that fact. When James is running the table and he's got to run, you can't do that for 9 innings. There are going to be stretches where you've got to get outs when you're getting knocked around a little bit. You can't. You get on those nice runs, and they're wonderful. 10 in a row, 12 in a row, 15 in a row.
It's not over.
You don't see 27 in a row very often.
You're going
to have to fight through an inning or two.
That theme this year, spring training, finish.
Even when it's got a ragged edge, finish.
Yeah.
Shut it down. Leave a couple men on base. Get that important third out. And not that he's not trying. It's just that you get the more often you do that, the better you're going to be, the better feel you're going to have. Not to panic and not to get sucked into that whirlpool of negative stuff.
The line shot knocked down by Marquis, and he'll retire Neil Walker, who is 5 for 8 now, lifetime against Jason Marquis. Line right back to the box.
Well hit. Have the glove in the right spot. Gets hit.
Steve Marquis is one of those guys that does those ancillary things very well.
Thinking of that. Yeah, he needs to do everything. He's not overpowering. Gets ground ball. He's got to help himself. Does it with the bat. There's a reason he has been around, and there is a reason at his age that people are still giving him opportunities. And that two-piece windup, it never does stop. It's just kind of a little Marquis two-step. Right there. He'll keep it right there, and you'll see that left foot go out, but it never does stop. It's almost like he winds up from a stretch position. And why does he line up on the third base side? Comfort, personal preference. Some guys like the right, some guys like the left. Some guys like Jerry Rafferty, pitch stuck in the middle of the room.
Some guys like sticks.
Yeah. Some guys like stones.
2-1 on Alvarez. Yeah.
How about the Sticks? The rock group doing a great job.
They did. They sure did.
See, we know the words to all their songs, including the anthem.
3-1. Fans of all ages on hand. Do you think he'll make it through the concert? I think so. I think he will.
That's a throwback to Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, it is.
What is this? Dennis left like that shot.
Ball 4. Alvarez, first base runner.
Were you a youngster that liked cotton candy? Were you a cotton candy kid?
Oh, yeah. Who isn't, right?
I had 70 fillings when I was 12 years old. I never had cotton candy after that.
Josh Harrison starts at shortstop. Clint Barmas 0 for 11 lifetime against Jason Marquis. Despite the fact that Barmas had a couple of hits, a couple of runs scored last night, with those lifetime numbers not good against this veteran righty. Clint Hurdle has Harrison in there.
And just to reinforce the fact that he likes to get ground balls. That's his game. When he's on, he'll keep the ball down and get ground balls. When he is upstairs, he doesn't have the overpowering stuff. He'll get hurt. So that leads you to the fact he has started 12 games, giving up 10 home runs. When he misses up there, he gets hurt long ball.
It's away, so Alvarez will move along into scoring position.
It could be a pass ball off the glove, doesn't it?
Could be.
WP, I thought it'd be a PB.
Yeah. WP, wild pitch, PB, pass ball. And
if the catcher gets his glove on the ball, our man's at second base.
Yeah. John Baker, the battery mate.
Now, this is interesting because they're probably going over what the signs are going to be with a man on second base. I think Jason probably has an idea Jason Marquis has an idea of what's going on there. He's been around 13 years in the big leagues. He knows that they have a specific set of signs. And the second baseman will look in and get them. They change, they switch.
2-1. That is a wild pitch, by the way, so there's a WP in your scorebook.
And Pedro Alvarez can get, maybe a third of the way off second base if he wants to. There's nobody in his neighborhood.
2-1 on Harrison. And 2-2. hitless in his last 10 at-bats after a 7-for-16 streak.
And they're going to try to work him away with Maben shaded over 5-6 steps into right center field, or in that direction. They give him a lot of left center. So the plan would be to keep the ball outside, although you got a sinker ball pitcher that pitches down and into right-hand batters. They want it away, and they get it away nicely.
Pirates leave a man. We've played a couple. Padres up 1-0. Now get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at them off the field on an all-new Inside Pirates Baseball. See our Buck Money moments, Pirates tales, AGH plays of the week, and much more. Inside Pirates Baseball tomorrow at 12:30 on Root Sports. Everett Cabrera leads off against A.J. Burnett. Cabrera popped to short his first time up. Chase Headley will follow. And we want to make sure we pass along our very best wishes to Paula Familaro, who is recovering in the hospital after surgery this past Wednesday. Paula, a very special get well wish from Steve and me.
Indeed.
Get off the DL soon. This ball into the gap in left center field. Cabrera racing and heading to third, and he's going to make it easily. No throw. A triple for Everett Cabrera to start the third.
Found the gap. And then he's rounding first base. He knows exactly what his chances are to get to third. All the way to the notch. Never enough height for Andrew to run it down. By the time he's getting to second base, he's going to slide at third, but well, that's just some frosting on the cake. This guy.
Well, finally a swing that isn't a home run.
Yeah.
Last 3 pitches thrown to him, home runs. Chase Headley.
I was wondering if they would throw him a strike. That might have been a curveball down underneath the strike zone. Yeah, you don't want to throw him a strike right now. He's got that lock some of those fighter planes have. Right there, backdoor breaking ball.
0-2 on Headley.
First one, yeah. Downstairs, down and in, not much you can do with it. And then backdoor curveball starts outside and ends up on the corner. Another curveball.
So Steve, here are the last 3 pitches before this at bat. Last night,
pitch number 1.
That was the home run off McDonald in the 5th. Then the next pitch he sees from Tony Watson. And tonight, the first pitch from Burnett. 3 consecutive pitches for home runs.
Yeah, AJ knows just turn around, get another baseball. Another curveball.
That'll bring home a run.
No more fastballs from AJ to Headley for a while.
2-0.
Yeah, not much you can do. Man on third, nobody out. High percentage of the times you're going to score that run. So he's happy. He got the RBI. It's the team reaction you would want. Team player reaction.
Bringing home the run. He does rank in the top 10, Headley, in terms of strikeouts. 112 times he's punched out, but he gets the job done. It's 2-0. He's driven in 69 for the season. Up and in, and the home plate umpire said he offered Carlos Quentin.
I'd have to see some video that Headley strikes out a lot. Not much evidence here.
Not in this series so far, huh? He struck out last night in the 4th inning. (2-0) Padres. 0-2 on Quentin. I understand why a lot of teams were apparently talking to the Padres about trying to acquire Chase Headley before the deadline.
His namesake did well for the Phillies last night. I think he either got a home run or a big double late in the ball game in their win.
Quentin also the talk that there are some teams interested in Carlos Quentin, and he went and signed a contract extension. It was an exciting win for the Padres last night, no doubt, coming back from the big deficit, but tempered somewhat in the clubhouse afterward when Houston Street, their closer, the very last play of the game, injured his calf and had to be really helped off the field, and that landed him on the disabled list today. So Bud Black said he'll probably work initially with a combination in terms of closers. Luke Gregerson has done good work late. Dale Thayer perhaps. That's a big blow.
You would think Gregerson would be the first candidate, and he's been the 8th inning man, and he's been terrific.
McCutcheon in right center. Retires Quentin. That leads us to our AGH Sports Medicine injury update. This is the last play of the game. Houston Street rolls his left calf.
He had trouble getting off the field.
Left calf strain suffered, has him on the disabled list. Perfect in saves and one of the top closers in the game. Thanks to our friends at Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pirates. Yonder Alonso hit by a pitch in the first.
Had a chance to talk to Tony Gwynn tonight. He was high on Mr. Alonso, and that's pretty good praise. Backdoor curveball. Tony Gwynn likes you as a major league player and a hitter. Well, you're feeling pretty good about that. There's Tony, Hall of Famer right there.
Yeah, he knows a little bit about hitting. Randy Mazer, play-by-play man to Tony Gwynn's left. Mr. Padre.
Always gracious when he was a player. Time for you.
Ooh, ripped on the 0-2 pitch to right field by Yonder Alonso.
Hear that conversation, by the way, tomorrow on the radio side of the pregame show. I asked him of all the things he's done and accomplished: Hall of Fame, batting titles, 3,000 hits, all that stuff, all-star teams, and his son being in the big leagues. Well, you can guess what he's most proud of. Tony Gwynn Jr. By the way, just got optioned out, I believe, to Albuquerque.
Will Venable at the plate. Struck out in the first. His dad, a former big leaguer, Max Venable. Runner on, 2 outs, 2-0. In favor of the Padres. Max Venable played a dozen years. Giants, Expos, Reds, Angels. And his mom, Molly, played basketball at Dominion University. Older brother playing NFL football, Winston Venable, for the Bears. And in the dirt, gunning to second, and they got him.
There we go, Rob Barajas. Good quick reaction. Good play.
So it's 2-0 Padres. Go to the bottom of the third. Third inning here at PNC Park. Pirates will have Rob Barajas lead off against Jason Marquis. Barajas had a clutch hit last night. 0-2 count, 2 outs. His base hit brought home Garrett Jones in the 6th inning that had given the Pirates the lead back. Ball 1. Barajas catching the course tonight with his good buddy A.J. Burnett on the mound. We could expect to see Michael McHenry catch Eric Bedard tomorrow. 1 ball, 1 strike, and McHenry was used as a pinch hitter last night in the 9th inning against Houston Street. Pirates are short on the bench because they have gone for the time being to a 6-man rotation, and they called up Jeff Locke the other day and sent a position player, Alex Presley, down to the minors. So they're playing with just 4 bench players rather than the standard 5. And that can present a challenge to Clint Hurdle. Talked about that. He just has to be aware and when to double switch.
It'll be interesting to see tomorrow's game. Bedard was brilliant last time out.
Three and 2. Checked. Did he? Oh, so he went. First base umpire Mark Wegner.
Rob trying to sell it, got out of the box, headed toward first base.
Yeah, he tried to sell it. Baker tried to sell it by gunning the ball to third base right away, like there was no doubt.
That's one of those 50-50. Who's the best salesman?
A.J. Burnett takes a ball. Three for 40 at the plate is Burnett. 0.75. And 1-1.
Got to get the rhythm down with that leg lift and just refine that timing. A little tardy there. So far it has been a marquee matchup between these two fellas.
Steve could not wait to say that. Strike
I wasn't
three
going
call.
to say it unless Marquis was out in front. Now that we're on the other side of it, everybody can relax.
And we can talk about this six-man rotation for the time being. Nissan presents the road ahead. Steve talked about Bedard, how brilliant he was his last time. See how he does tomorrow. Then it's Jeff Karstens Monday. Kevin Correa returns to the mound on Tuesday. Wandy Rodriguez on Wednesday. James McDonald, A.J. Burnett will start the first game of the road trip next week in St. Louis.
Six-man electrical band. A lot of starters. I mean, that's a heavy load of starters.
Wandy Rodriguez, Juan Cruz next to him. We anticipate Cruz would be activated any day.
Got the feel from reading what I saw in the paper that they're very, very positive about the way he's throwing the ball back out there.
Swing and a miss. Marte takes off for first, but he'll be thrown out by Baker. And 4 straight strikeouts by Jason Marquis. Both in the Central and in the wild card. So Ryan Ludwig driving in a pair-making winner out of a Bronson Arroyo. Aroldis Chapman earned his 27th save.
We talked so many times about somebody getting a team getting somebody at the right time. How about the Reds getting Ludwig after not doing much with us? He has been a big part of their season. And they're doing this without Votto.
Yeah. Will Venable 0-2. His college teammate at Princeton will start tomorrow, by the way, against Eric Bedard. Ross Ollendorf. Bounce to first, and Well, you could see Jones
got caught in between.
Sure did. Really kind of played that ball.
Yeah, tried to rush it.
A two-base error.
Yep. Now you've got a lot of speed with Venable, so that might have prompted him to come in and charge the ball instead of laying back, getting a better hop. Come down, you try the Olay play, and hope you have the glove in the right spot. Didn't work that time, and off goes Venable to second base.
Venable at second with no one out. The batter, Cameron Maben.
Many times you'll say, well, okay, yeah, that happened, but now you're down to the bottom part of the batting order. Maybe you can work your way in and weave yourself a little tapestry that will leave that man at second base, because you can eventually get down perhaps to the pitcher with 2 outs. But as you pointed out, Marquis is no automatic out. 31 for 1 tonight, 5 career home runs. It's going to require a lot of work and a step off with your shortstop over in back of the runner at second base.
Maben struck out looking in the second.
You need to make sure you keep track of Venable. 14 steals.
One ball, one strike. And bounced through the left side. This will give the Padres a 3-0 lead. And an ill-advised throw from Marte to the plate, allowing Maben to go to second.
Yep. Young player mistake. He's got a great arm, and you know, you'd love to turn it loose. You'd love to show it off, but wrong time to do it here. You give him 90 feet, take the double play away.
Impressive throw, but no chance to get Venable, who has good speed. The ball that was chopped through the left side.
It's like saying you got a great fastball, but you don't get it over the plate.
Now John Baker on a 3-0 lead. Two-base error on Garrett Jones leads to the third run of the ball game. Baker also struck out his first time against A.J. Burnett.
Couple of ground balls that might have resulted in a couple of outs at first base, and if Pedro's not playing in a little bit, he might have a chance at that little chop over his head by Maben. But that's history.
Oh, 0-2.
Well, this we talked about damage control. What you try to do is not let this thing get out of hand. It's not the result of everything you've done as a pitcher, but you're responsible out there. Errors will be made. Chop ground balls will make their way to the outfield. It happens.
Wave and a miss. Strikeout for A.J. Burnett. Baker not able to advance the runner. One down.
Breaking ball down under the strike zone. There's that knuckle ball, knuckle fingernail into the seam. Breaking ball. Gets him strikeout number 5.
Steve, what does that do as opposed to like a normal curveball?
I don't know.
Oh,
it's just personal preference, and he showed me what he did, how he does it. The pure curveball has more variations. It's just gets to be a personal thing. But what they're doing, what he's doing, is sticking the fingernail into the seam. And then he's still throwing. He's not trying to push the ball down like that. He's still throwing it out the side, but it comes off like that. And it's just, everybody has a different grip for a curveball. A lot of guys like to use 4 seams. Some people like to use 2 seams.
And for you?
I like the 2 seam, where I could just get into see the narrow seams. I like that one because that one worked for me. I tried the 4 seam, which a lot of people like. They think it gets more bite. For me, it worked that. And so, you know, the sliders are pretty traditional. Fastball, either 4 seam or 2 seam, but the curveball is all over the place with the way people like to throw it. Called the knuckle curve. I always thought that they try to push it over so they get a tumbling effect, but that's not the case with AJ's. Bert Hooton was probably the first guy I heard about with the Dodgers under Tommy Lasorda that threw the knuckle curve and then came over to the Cubs and threw it. Frank Bork, way back in the day, early 60s, that pitch got him to the big leagues. Not a hard throw, but Frank had a great knuckle curveball and got him to the big leagues.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Check out the AT&T trivia question. Starling Marte, one of 5 Pirate rookies since 1986 to have at least 10 RBIs his first 15 career games. Who are the other 4?
Come on,
Pirates.
Why not one of these one name answers? Why is it always 4, 12, or 100?
I got to tell you, I think I'm starting to understand what Mark Garda has gone through for years, the director of broadcasting for the Pirates. As I've worked with you and John and Bob with these trivia questions, it seems like each of you have some kind of gripe. You can't just let it go.
Yeah, and your point?
It's tough to handle, you guys.
What don't you like about singular answers?
I like all the trivia questions that we have here. I think they're fascinating. I think they're, well, sometimes they're more difficult than tonight's a little bit more difficult than others. Traditional.
Great to work with a truck shill. Truck shill.
And Marista at the plate. Look where Harrison is behind the runner. So wide open left side for Alexi Amarista. In the dirt. See Barajas scramble, keep the ball in front of him, and as he's going for the baseball, point to the third base umpire, because that goes back to that selling point. That's what these guys do, and the quick sell, look right away.
Yeah, like you know, you're a major league catcher, you know whether it's a swing or not. So plus he got rung up before.
Yeah, on an appeal the other way, and Wally Bell at third base, but Barajas got rung up by Mark Wegner. 1-2, and a swing and a miss. And what is the complaint here? What is going on? Oh, the home plate umpire called him out right away, perhaps for batter interference.
And no complaints from the Padres.
So another strikeout. 3-0 Padres. unoccupied. This became a dead issue, a dead ball essentially after the strikeout. You see it hit the batter, Amarista.
And then it's
That's why that Barajas didn't have to complete the play by throwing to first base, and that's why he didn't scramble for it. Mike Winters called it right away.
My question is, how can you swing at that bad pitch?
Yeah, that's the better question. So an unearned run against A.J. Burnett.
The Padres are creeping out. Time to get some action of our own.
Chopper to short. And Snyder is retired. No hits so far for Jason Marquis.
Told you last time out he beat the Mets. The time before that he got lit up by Cincinnati. Gave up 7 earned runs in 6 innings, but then 4 starts. Previous to that, no more than 3 runs, and that only happened twice. He just pitched well.
Ground ball to short.
That's his game. That is his
Ground
game.
balls. 2 up, 2 down. Let's answer this trivia question that Steve likes so much.
Yeah.
Starling Marte, one of 5 Pirate rookies since 1986 to have at least 10 ribbies, first 15 career games, the other 4. Even venture to guess, you know, like a Kevin Young maybe, or Brad Aldred.
Yeah, don't give us a chance here.
There we go. Oh, you had a half an inning. McCutcheon.
You know, how about something comfortable, like how many career home runs does John Wayner have? I mean, something viable.
Aldred, Young, Bonds. I got the impression you really didn't care to guess anyway, Steve. You're just weren't in the mood. You just weren't in the mood.
And why not some rock and roll trivia? Why does it always have to be baseball?
Starling Marte there talking with James McDonald.
And because it says Pirate trivia?
That could be it.
No.
Garrett Jones grounded out in the 2nd.
Meanwhile, we've got an issue with Jason Marquis. One base runner is the issue.
Marquis, after being drafted in the first round of the 1996 draft by the Braves, was dealt to St. Louis before the 04 season, along with Ray King, the left-handed reliever, and Adam Wainwright. J.D. Drew and Eli Marrero went to Atlanta from St. Louis. And popped up. Shallow left. Venable. A 1-2-3. Bottom of the 4th for Jason Marquis. Still 3-0 Padres.
With us via our social media accounts, and that's how we found out about this particular story. 13 members of the John McMillan Presbyterian Church in Devlin Park recently made a trip to Nicaragua. They helped the locals with their agricultural project, and also played lots of sports, including stickball, by using a tree branch and a tennis ball. They also brought some pirate gear for their new friends and had them saying, "Let's go Bucks," before the trip was over. Pretty cool stuff and a nice summer vacation for those guys.
That's great. Great stuff.
Absolutely. Congrats, John McMillan and that group, as Everett Cabrera takes a strike, and thanks to Dan Potash. Cabrera has popped up and tripled. The pesky Padres, Steve.
Pesky. The potent Padres in this ballpark.
Yeah.
There's an iconic photograph of Willie Mays playing stickball in the streets of New York City when he was a young member of the New York Giants. Stickball. Last time I saw a stickball player.
Two on Cabrera. This streak the Padres have going here at PNC Park, 10 straight, longest active streak for any team over an opponent at their home ballpark. In fact, the Padres are 27-9 all time here. Said they've never lost consecutive games or a series here.
Whoa.
How about that?
Whoa. You talk about having a good year.
And he's standing. Bob Walk for MVP. Strikeout number 8 and 4 in a row for A.J. Burnett. Speaking of MVPs, I mean, it seems like a lock that McCutchen would be the Pirate MVP, but then again, you look at what Burnett has done this year. Might get some arguments from people.
Absolutely.
Who's the most valuable Pirate? There's Chase Headley.
That would be a heck of a vote. I'll tell you, that Burnett curveball is something else. I mean, he very seldom misses upstairs with it. He's down at the knees or below that, and he gets some very, very bad swings at what obviously is a very, very good curveball.
He has 8, his season high 10. And on May the 8th, and he's ahead of Chase Headley, 0-2.
You think Headley's going to get a fastball?
No.
If it is, it might be a show me fastball. I'll show you a fastball, but I won't show it to you in the hitting area. Set up another curveball.
This breaking ball will be nowhere near the strike zone. Actually, hittable with Headley. The Padres as a team in terms of strikeouts. We've already told you Headley has punched out 112 times this season. That's the 8th most in the National League.
You know, I wonder if you will see a high fastball just to get him out of character a little bit. Low fastball.
Good speed there, 94 from A.J. Burnett.
Yep, and not in that hitting area. Looks like he's reaching back a little bit. Enough of this 3-0 Padre lead stuff. And he tries the backdoor breaking ball again. He's tried it a lot tonight, and he's been effective with it.
Working on the extra rest and career numbers. In terms of ERA for A.J. Burnett, not a whole lot of difference between 4 days or 5 days rest between starts. And he struck him out. The pitch was in the dirt. Gathered in by Barajas. Well, he's on a roll now. 9 strikeouts and 5 in a row. Join Root Sports and Pirates Charities live auction Monday. Pirates Dodgers. Bid on great items like a 2012 Pirates Spring Training trip or the chance to star in your very own Root Sports commercial. You'll also be able to purchase VIP bags filled with autographed Pirates memorabilia, game tickets, much more. Visit rootsports.com for a full list of auction items. Tune in Monday at 6 for the live Pirates Charities auction here on Root Sports. Carlos Quentin. Tapper. Second baseman Walker goes through his glove. Or under his glove. Looked like he went through it. Under his glove, and a rare error on Neil Walker.
And not the easiest play to call either. I don't know if he's going to get him. He kind of had to circle that route to the ball. See him going around.
And I was thinking, Steve, and this is nothing against Josh Harrison, an inexperienced shortstop, but I'd be willing to bet if Clint Barmas, again, nothing against Harrison, but if Clint Barmas is playing short, he goes in there, he cuts that ball off in front.
Certainly has the best angle, because Neil has to go over and around to get himself in a position to be able to throw the ball. I quite frankly don't know if either one of them are going to get it.
It's a tough error. Walker ranks third in the league in fielding percentage. Leads the league with 520 total chances. Fifth error of the season on Neil Walker. And Yonder Alonso takes 2-0. Second error of the game. Charged to a Pirate. Garrett Jones's miscue cost the Bucks a run. Alonso has been hit by a pitch and singled.
Quentin certainly doesn't look like he's got any designs of heading for second base. They've got a lot of speed. They steal a lot of bases, but
not Quentin.
Yeah, Quentin's not on that list.
I could have said Sans Quentin, but you wouldn't like that.
Yeah, you've been waiting for that one too.
No.
Yeah. That'd be another trivia question. They could build a trivia question around that.
The numbers for Burnett. '84th pitch of the game.
He has not walked a batter, but strikeouts cost pitches. Dave Roberts will collect that one and send it back into the crowd.
Three-two count. And another one. 10 for A.J. Burnett. 3-zip San Diego.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Open at 7 a.m. for breakfast, lunch, or whatever you need to fuel your day. Subway, where winners eat. Let's go Bucks!
Let's go Bucks is right. Rooting for the Bucks. All right. First birthday. Young fan. There's Neil Walker, who lined a pitch back to the box, and look at this. No-hitter going for Jason Marquis through 4 innings. See if Walker can break up this no-hit bid.
See, it just jinxed him, which is good. Isn't that the way you do it? I mean, you mention it, somebody immediately gets a hit.
Mention what?
No-hitter.
Oh. Marquis working on a no-hitter through 4 innings.
You mentioned it again.
Walker came in 5 for 7 lifetime against Marquis. Two and 1. 16 RBIs his last 9 games. Hitting almost 350 since June, and there goes a shot to the right side and a nice backhand play by Alonso. 2
chances for Walker to have base hits. The line drive back to Marquis, and now this real good play at first base by Alonso. Veteran pitcher over there to cover. Ball looked like it had a chance to get through the hole. Good stop. A good feed. He wins a race.
So Walker robbed by the first baseman. The AGH cam shows the play Yonder Alonso just made. Here's Pedro Alvarez, and he taps one to the right side.
Marquis is not wasting much time, is he?
2 quick outs.
And a quick 1, 2, 3, 4. Heading that same direction here in the 5th. Now this couple long trips for a veteran right-hander here. Maybe it'll tire him out a little bit. Maybe it won't.
Alvarez walked in the 2nd, the only base runner so far against Marquis. He struck out Josh Harrison with Alvarez at 2nd, 2 outs in that inning. Harris now 0 for his last 11.
Marquis not going to dazzle you. He's going to be around 87, 88, 89 miles an hour. Might hit 90.
And stabs that one. That's what you call quick. Quick half inning. 7 pitches. No hitter going through 5 for Marquis. Placed on the Gypsies in the trailer. This was handed to them at the beginning of the year so that they understand what the trivia needs to be. They try to do this, but according to the analyst Steve Blass, only single answers, something viable. Bob Walk can be no trick questions. Bob must be correct. John Wehner must be answerable, must have happened recently within the last 5 years. So very, very difficult circumstances with which to work those gypsies in the trailer, and they understand it. I mean,
you have nothing in life if you don't have criteria. Nothing. Less than nothing.
Now Bob is writing something down now, and yep, see, he's going to top you, gypsies. Oh, that's the other category. Bob can never be topped. He will come up with something. Will Venable tries one deep. That one is hammered. And that will make it 4-0. 7 for Venable and a 4-0 lead for the Padres. Second home run of the game for San Diego.
Second no doubter also. It's right in that power zone, and AJ's going to have to get another baseball.
.14 now allowed on the year by AJ Burnett. Will Venable, 7th home run. What is it about the Padres at PNC Park? Since this ballpark opened in 2001, the Padres have hit almost 290. They've averaged almost 6.5 runs a game, over a home run per game. And over this current 10-game winning streak here, the Padres have outscored the Pirates 81-33. Harrison on to first. Nice play by Josh Harrison to retire Maben.
Didn't have much time. He could fly, but Josh gets it done. Well, you combine pitching with power, and that's what the Padres are doing tonight. Tough combination.
You know, only 2 teams in the league have hit fewer home runs than the Padres, the Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Jared Hughes loosens in the bullpen for the Bucks.
AJ scheduled to bat second in the bottom of the 6th, and the way Marquis is going, Hurdle might have to make a change. Kind of like a slow torture. Single runs first, third, fourth, and now 6th. Emphasized by the fact the Pirates have done nothing. I mean nothing offensively. Except 4, seems like maybe 14. What's the difference in these two clubs? Pirates come into the game 14 games over 500. Padres 14 under 500. But, looking like the opposite so far tonight.
Ground ball up the middle. Harrison on the first. 2 outs following the home run by Will Venable. Now Burnett will face Jason Marquis, who has 1 of the 7 hits. Big crowd on hand. But quieted early once again. A Chase Headley first inning home run. And Marquis, a base hit.
He's having himself a night.
2 out of 3.
Maybe he can try to steal second and turn an ankle or something. Came into the game 6 for 25. Now 8 for 28.
Brings up Alexi Amarista. Padres second baseman 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. Ground ball, base hit past the drawn-in third baseman Pedro Alvarez. Nine hits for San Diego.
Sharply hit wide of Pedro. You know, and you wonder, you mentioned earlier the Pirates short on the bench because of the extra pitcher. Does that become a factor in leaving guys, starters, in games longer? Probably not. You got all those pitchers.
Here comes Ray Searage. A little break here for A.J. Burnett. Gave up the Headley home run in the first. A leadoff triple to Everett Cabrera in the third inning. Cabrera will be coming to the plate here in a moment. And he scored on a ground out. Will Venable reached in the fourth, leading off a two-base error that was charged to Garrett Jones. He came home on a Cameron Maben single. And Will Venable goes deep here in the sixth. Marquis at second, Amarista at first. Cabrera has also popped up and struck out. Ball one. Reds were winners earlier. Cardinals trail at Philadelphia 1-0 in the sixth inning. Cliff Lee on the hill for the Phils. Atlanta pounding the Mets 9-1 in the fifth. The Dodgers lead the Marlins 2-0. Fifth inning. Talking there with Ray Searage. 2-0 count on Cabrera.
Is that behind him?
Almost looked like it. Sure was. 3-0 the count on Cabrera.
You've still got 4 innings left. You don't want to let these guys score. I mean, 4-0 is tough enough. A base here with the way Marquis is going would be very bad.
Now the question, as Headley comes to the plate, the bullpen working. How much longer is Clint Hurdle going to go with Burnett?
One more batter.
Looks like it. You know, the game could actually be hanging in the balance.
Absolutely.
Right here.
I was just thinking that it hinges on this this at bat one way or the other. Pirates still in the ball game, or realistically not.
Gets away. The runners will hold. Carlos Quentin on deck wanted Marquis to come home.
All of a sudden, AJ does not look himself out there, like himself.
Marquis talking to Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach, about that play.
You have to be real sure before you send a pitcher into a potential home plate collision tangle.
1 ball, no strikes. The fans try to pick up Burnett. Unprovoked, they just decide, okay, let's go. Let's get it done. 2-0 count. Dangerous hitter in Chase Headley.
He's in the free lane right now.
Again, the fans trying to encourage A.J. Burnett in need of an out. Two 2-0 on Chase Headley. And now 3 balls, no strikes.
Quite honestly, you got to feel like AJ's 1 pitch away from departure.
And he walked in a run. 5-0 Padres.
And that's it. This with 2 outs.
Yep. Chase Headley's 3rd RBI of the game. And it's 5-0 San Diego. And Clint Hurdle will make a double switch. Goes to the home plate umpire, Mike Winters. Disappointing start tonight for A.J. Burnett, despite 10 strikeouts. Gives up a couple of home runs, one of the runs unearned, and that bases loaded walk to Headley. Still not over. Here comes Jared Hughes.
He is now on the bench after just over 5 innings of work. In fact, guys, we talked about it to open the broadcast. 7-0 at PNC Park to open this season. Puts him on top of the list for the best winning percentage by a Pirates pitcher all time here at this park. Coincidentally, the man we'll see for San Diego tomorrow, Ross Ohlendorf, second with an .800 winning percentage for his 8-2 record here on the North Shore back in 2009.
Well, unfortunately, no W here for A.J. Burnett. Thanks, Dan. As had the great numbers here in this yard, but like some other pitchers of the past few years, snake bitten against this Padres club for whatever reason.
Well, you know, he's done such a great job. Maybe we owe him a big comeback.
Yeah,
for his work.
Yeah,
it'd be very fitting, I think.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes on this Pirates bullpen, too. It needs to kind of regroup, right? Get it going again. Yep. Jared Hughes, Jordy Mercer now at shortstop, this double switch.
Been very strong all year. And again, it's hard for any one aspect of your ball club to run the table for 6 months. It's tough.
Hughes has been scored upon in each of his last 3 outings. There are his numbers for the year. He gave up a Kubel home run in the 7th inning on Thursday afternoon. Jason Kubel.
Still a good ERA, but it was spectacular before these recent outings. Leave him there. You never know. We're knee deep in damage control.
A rough month for the Pirates pen. With 10 days in August, an ERA of 6.26.
Just tempered against the first 4 months. First 4 months, they're just basically brilliant.
Talking about a Pirates bullpen that was right there with the Reds coming into the month. Two and two on Quentin.
Big out needed here. Big out needed.
Now 3-2.
Jared Hughes' strength is downstairs, but now he has to come up into the strike zone. Priority 1 is a strike.
Amarista, Cabrera, and Headley, the runners.
They're all going to be in motion.
Do it again.
That's the killer when you're trying desperately to get an out. You got a 3-2 pitch, throw a good pitch, and they foul it off. So now you foul off the 3-2 pitch. Now you step out, working the pitcher. What batters do, and that's part of their responsibility.
Toward right center field. It's Snyder there. 8 men come to the plate. It started with a Will Venable homer. Bases loaded walk later to Chase Headley. Now 5-0 Padres. Certainly don't want to fall 4.5 back, and don't forget those Cardinals.
Also, don't forget last night, Pirates had a 6-run lead.
Yeah.
It didn't work. So this there's some baseball to be played here.
Rod Barajas struck out in the third. One ball and one strike. Jordy Mercer on deck. Two and one. No hits, one runner allowed. A walk to Alvarez in the second for Jason Marquis.
Unfortunately, an emerging story here at PNC Park on the part of the Padres.
Marquis signed as a free agent with the Cubs before the '07 season. Cubs traded him to the Rockies for Luis Vizcaino in January of 2009.
I'm looking at your transaction sheet for Jason Marquis. It fills a whole page on the computer.
On to the Nationals. From the Nationals to the D-backs. 2-2. Line foul. Two and two. And a full count. Bud Black, skipper of the San Diego Padres. His team has won 5 in a row. His pitcher is tossing a no-hitter through 5 innings. A fly ball to shallow left, but the catch should be and will be made by Venable. Subscribe to MLB.tv to take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Cool looking hat.
Yeah, it is. Let's give him something to make some noise about. Another lid. Southwestern Pennsylvania. Cowboy hat. Need more cowbell. There we go. He got one too.
He's all dressed up for the part. We usually see that video, don't we, before
concert.
And it looks like Marquis got 2 outs now in the 6th inning with this no-no. Jason Marquis making his 13th start with the San Diego Padres tonight. Barrel Automotive League leaders. Check out the rookies in terms of slugging percentage. Minimum of 50 at-bats. Starling Marte third behind Josh Rutledge. Yasmani Grandal of the Padres. He is on the disabled list. Oblique strain has him on the DL. He's one of 11 players for San Diego on the DL, including 7 pitchers. Barrel driven to be better. Check swing, foul ball. Marte has flied to center and struck out.
We've got 2 kind of above average plays, tough plays, and both involving Neil Walker. The line drive off the glove of Marquis that would have been up the middle for a base hit, and then the good stop by Alonso on the last ball that Neil hit.
Just fights this one off a soft liner to short. And now through 6 innings, Jason Marquis is pitching no-hit ball against the Pirates. Marquee. No hit ball. And Yonder Alonso leads off against Jared Hughes. Wants it foul.
What a story for a guy that has bounced around. We don't know how it's going to play out, but we said 13 major league seasons, 8 different major league teams for Jason Marquis. Picked up from the Twins after just 7 starts this year. Pitching a gem. The old no-hitter. Oh, Mystique. He said it again.
He said it about 10 times.
Yeah, people leave him alone, and that's kind of an old tradition. Stay away from him. Don't break the spell. He knows it. Bud Black right there, his manager, knows it.
A.J. Burnett gave up 5, 4 earned, and 5 2/3. And now 3 2.
Jared continuing to try to work downstairs.
Toward the seats. Alvarez over.
Good play.
That's the play. Book your group outing of any size at PNC Park. Ask about how each member of your group can take home a Pirates cap or a Roberto Clemente replica jersey. Plus, you get a great discount. To reserve your group tickets, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS or visit pirates.com/groups. Your group can even qualify for the chance to throw out the first pitch, sing the anthem, or get recognized right down on the field at PNC Park. Well, a lot of groups on hand tonight. Hoping to see a Pirates rally. Venable takes a strike. First things first, Hughes needs to put up a 0 and believe that they'll break up the no-hit bid, and maybe that will lead to some runs being scored.
Open the gates. We want to send along happy birthday wishes to Bill Buell, former Pittsburgh resident, good friend, now lives down in Estero, Florida, down kind of a suburb of Fort Myers. Just turned 80. Congratulations to Bill Buell turning 80 and also being voted one of the top 6 or the worst 6 gym players of all time.
Which is it? Top or one of the top or the worst?
I'm sorry, I had to turn the page. It is.
It's one of the worst.
Congratulations.
One of the worst 6.
One of the top 6.
Oh, top 6.
No, worst 6.
Okay.
Worst 6 gym players of all time. I don't know. We got a no-hitter going. Happy birthday, Bill.
Base hit for Will Venable. Homered leading off the 6th. He has scored a couple of runs. 2-base error on a chopper he hit to Garrett Jones in the 4th inning. He's aboard for Cameron Maidman, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And by the way, happy birthday to Lonnie Wolf, 50 today.
Saw Lonnie earlier.
Yep.
Great Pirate fan.
Runner goes. And another stolen base. For Venable, his 15th in 21 attempts.
And under the tag as Neil Walker brings it around. Now you got a ground ball pitcher out there, but you're taking yourself out of the double play scenario for the time being. This is one of those nights. There's just nothing that has occurred that's allowed the Pirate fans to really get revved up. Sitting on their hands waiting for the Pirates to do something to cheer about. Still time.
Backhand stab by Barajas. keeps Venable at second with 1 out. Jam-packed PNC Park. Sellout last night, 12th sellout of the year. It'll be the 13th sellout of the season tonight. As Steve mentioned, there's talk that this game could be record-breaking in terms of attendance. Probably get that information within the next inning.
Great night for the concessions, too.
Yeah. Oh, Hughes gets a strikeout. Trying to take a positive away regardless of this score. And Hughes, it would be a big positive if he can come away with a scoreless outing. Look at the AGH cam.
Curveball out of the hitting area.
Strike on John Baker. Don't know what the final tally will be. As we said, we should find out in about an inning. 39,585 saw the Pirates play the Phillies opening day here, April the 5th. That was the largest crowd ever to see a game at PNC Park. Ball chopped to second and on to first, and all these folks going to stand up with 3 more chances. First of all, to break the no-hit bid by Jason Marquis, and 3 shots to score 5 runs against these Padres.
And join everyone watching at home on Root Sports.
Things off for the Buccos. PNC achievement. Travis Snyder's first home run as a Bucco last night. It was also the 800th home run hit in the history of PNC Park. For our PNC achievement, brought to you by PNC, for the achiever in you. Snyder has grounded out twice. For that line.
Yeah, 13 retired in a row since the walk to Alvarez.
Tells the story.
Extremely efficient. 70 pitches thrown by Marquis. I'm sure in his 13 major league seasons he's been fairly deep into no-hit situations.
Shot up the middle.
Wow. Here we go.
Right away.
Base hit. Bob Hertzler says base hit.
No-hit bid is over. It's a leadoff single for Travis Snyder.
All right, now let's go to work.
Like Marquis might have just looked up the peak at the scoreboard.
Got a piece of it. Got some weather on it, but second baseman Marista did not clean it up. Would have been close at first. Who knows?
5-0. Here's McCutchen. He's grounded out twice.
It's been a while since Marquis has dealt from a stretch.
It's the second time all night he's had to deal with this.
It's interesting. His stretch is not all that much different from the way he winds up when you get to the release point in the release area with your body.
Pop up. Shallow right.
I've never really heard many pitchers say that that's a big factor after a no-hit bid. All of a sudden you have to pitch from the stretch. Everybody points it out. We make a point to do that, but he looks okay pitching to a very dangerous major league hitter, and McCutchen gets him to pop up.
Garrett Jones would like to get on for Walker. He's had 2 solid at-bats against Marquis, and who came into this game with 5 hits and 7 career ABs against Marquis. Another look.
Here's a windup. So you're right there, pretty much where you are at with your set position. Just a preliminary step before you get to that set position area. Not a big deal.
Off the glove, and a nice play by the second baseman. Amarista, who races to the bag, though. I think Marquis would have gotten there as well. Deflected off Alonso.
Needed a better deflection.
Alonso will get an assist, and if he doesn't touch that ball, it's into right field.
You don't see many 3-4 players. Bunt might see something like that.
Now Walker, Snyder at second and 2 outs. Paid crowd tonight, Steve, 39,485. It's the 3rd largest crowd ever to see a game here at PNC Park.
Thanks for coming out. Great show of support.
Ball 1.
Marquis has personally dealt with Neil Walker his first 2 at-bats. Ground ball to him. He got over to first base, and then he went over to cover first base. Right on.
Line drive, but right at Cameron Maben. So Neil Walker has had 3 solid at-bats, nothing to show for it. Pirates get 1 hit, head to the 8th, 5-0 San Diego.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
5-0. Padres onto the 8th. Jason Marquis will lead off against Jared Hughes. Gabby Sanchez takes over at first base. Ball bounced to the right side. Play made right away by the new first baseman.
And a good one it was. Give a lot of ground, give a good feed to the pitcher in full stride.
Obviously, you have to wonder about Travis Snyder. He injured himself somewhere along the line. It's not a double switch. Down 5-0. Maybe just getting Gabby Sanchez in the game, but have to wait and see.
That's what you want to see from Jared Hughes. That good fastball down around the knees.
Ground ball to second.
He's so tall, you have a good angle coming down with that sinking fastball. There's more of an angle down instead of a flat delivery once it gets to the hitter.
Everett Cabrera 1 for 3 with a walk. Looked like a bunt, and looked like he's just going to try to slap it past the pitcher. Snyder's situation could become an issue because of what we talked about earlier. They're already short on a bench, and tonight you'd love it to really be an issue if it got down to that, needing a couple of bats, because that means the Pirates would have crept to within a couple of runs perhaps of the Padres. A frustrated Cabrera strikes out Jared Hughes. 2 1/3 scoreless. Bucks down 5. And with only 6 outs left, Pirates need to go to work right away. Pedro Alvarez leads off against Jason Marquis. Marquis Gave up the leadoff hit to Travis Snyder in the 7th. The longest Marquis has gone in his career, flirting with a no-hitter. He had gone 5 1/3 innings last year, June the 23rd. And in May of 2007, pitched 5 1/3 innings of no-hit ball against the Pirates.
6 major league complete games for Marquis. Thinking that streetless bullpen the Pirates are dealing with, the Padres are dealing with now. Houston Street out. Doesn't have to be pretty right now. Get some base runners.
Wondering what might have happened to Travis Snyder when he was heading to second base.
That right leg, perhaps.
He's shaking that leg on the ground ball. There's a line shot toward right field and carries past Clinton. A long single.
That's okay.
For Alvarez.
That's
ripped it into right.
You got to hit the ball real hard to have it go that far when it's that low as a line drive.
Michael McHenry bats for Hughes. Play ball right away. Following the leadoff hit. Michael McHenry, 4.63 DP.
Well hit again, but so far the night remains for Jason Marquis. Continues to belong to him.
Strikeout and a flyout for Barajas. Just 87 pitches thrown by Marquis tonight. Had one complete game last year with the Washington Nationals. Made 20 starts with the Nats. Went 8-5 at a 3.95 ERA.
ERA under 4. That'll get you another major league year. Won 111 games, so that's what this is all about.
Slow roller. And that is it for the Pirates in the 8th. Go to the 9th inning. 5-0. Jason Marquis blanking the Buccos. defense. Nice play here by Pedro Alvarez, the very first play of the game. Ball hit by Alexi Amarista. Alvarez in on the grass. Nice backhand play, throwing out the leadoff man. Home Depot doing more on defense. Well, unfortunately for the Pirates, Jason Marquis really has not had to use his defense all that much. There have not been many difficult plays. Michael McHenry stays in the game. He was the pinch hitter that hit into the double play, and he catches the new pitcher, Jason Grilli.
First outing for Jason since that very difficult one.
Grilli gave up the 4 runs on Tuesday night. Pirates fell to the D-backs 10-4.
As you mentioned, Hughes, clean line, 2 1/3, scoreless, a hit, 2 strikeouts for Jared.
Grilli had inherited a 4-3 lead going into the 8th inning on Tuesday. Did not retire a batter. Chase Headley homered in the first.
And did not get the fastball he was looking for. First delivery by Grilli.
One ball, 1 strike. Headley with 3 RBIs tonight. 8 RBIs in 2 games against Pittsburgh.
So far in this bat, they're showing him a fastball. 2 out of 3 pitches off speed stuff.
One and 2 on Headley. Two-homer game last night. Homered 3 consecutive pitches going back to last night's game. How about this homestand? The Pirates giving up 2 homer games to Headley last night. Jason Kubel had a 2-homer game on Thursday, and Chris Johnson had a 2-homer game on Tuesday night.
Not a good trend.
But Headley goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 1 away in the 9th inning. Host your next special event at the ballpark, PNC Park. Perfect for corporate events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, and more. Catering options available in the Lexus Club, Pittsburgh Baseball Club, or as you see right there, the Hall of Fame Club here at PNC Park. For more details, call 1-800-5-BUCKS or go to pirates.com/PNC Park events. Carlos Quentin 1 for 4. 1 out in the 9th. A.J. Burnett went 5 2/3, gave up 5 runs, 4 earned on 9 hits. Walked 2, struck out 10. Jared Hughes 2 1/3 scoreless. And no question, the big story tonight is Jason Marquis, the veteran. He's bounced around over the years, number of different clubs. Battled occasional injuries. And tonight turning in a masterpiece. And the other story will continue to be, the Pirates, it's not a free fall right now, but just not playing all that great in terms of starting pitching, and talked about the bullpen and
cracks in the foundation.
They split the 4-game series against the D-backs, a good club. Not taking San Diego lightly at all, especially with the winning streak the Padres had coming into this series at PNC Park. And given the fact the Padres have now won 5 in a row. Andrew McCutchen been getting some hits, but not necessarily driving the ball like he was. 0 for his last 9 at bats. Bounce to Mercer. So I think the Pirates are needing, Steve, needing a really strong start and not giving up on tonight's game. Still 3 outs left, but a really strong start from Bedard tomorrow. Like to see some crisp defense.
Yeah, that's usually what does it. You know, pitching. That's why they talk about stoppers. Burnett has been that. Rough outing tonight, but he's been terrific. Usually when you're on a little bit of a lull, a skid, you don't think about standing toe to toe and just winning 9-8, but that's what it takes. You take wins.
And what you're really hoping for was a bounce back game tonight because of the bad taste of last night's loss, blowing the big lead. In danger of losing 3 in a row for the first time since June.
Yeah, and that's tonight is what makes that game last night linger now. You bounce back, win this game, that's gone forever. And I said, boy, what a tone that set. You had a ball game in your hand, 6-run lead. People will come back. If the Pirates don't win this game, they'll come back to last night.
By the way, that fastball really looks more like it tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's out there.
That giddy up that we saw before.
Some redemption.
Fastball was just a little off the other night. Alonso slaps that fastball out of play.
Again, you come back to that old cliche, and it's so accurate. You can't run the table. Very seldom does a player, position player or a pitcher go from April 1st to October 1st and have a season like that not missing a beat. Just doesn't happen very often. Very rare. You get yourself back up.
And the key is to do it rather quickly.
Indeed.
All hit pretty well toward the notch in left center, but Marte is there. So now the Pirates come to bat in the bottom of the 9th, trailing 5-0.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates down 5-0. Ball 1 on Jordy Mercer.
91 pitches to this point thrown by Marquis. Not happy about that call. He sees the finish line.
He wants it. He has allowed 3 base runners, 1 walk, 2 hits.
2 over the minimum because of the double play.
Second at bat for Jordy Mercer. Marquis looks to go the distance for the 8th time in his career. That's the call there. 3-2. And bounce to first. Chris Denorfia is now in right field. Let's check out our This Day in Pirates history, brought to you by Day Automotive. August 11, 1979, Ed Ott at Veterans Stadium hits a grand slam off the lefty Tug McGraw in the 8th inning. The Pirates had a big comeback that day. A week after John Milner had hit a big pinch hit grand slam. We are family Pirates. Chris Denorfia taking over for Carlos Quentin in right, and Starling Marte at the plate takes ball 1.
Neutralizing that Tug McGraw screwball. It would come into a left-hand batter, and the outer just took it out of here. Pretty good tandem right there. Steve Nicosia and Ed Ott, that championship year.
Ott, left-handed hitting catcher. Nicosia batted from the right side.
Few of those. Sanguine and May, opposites. I think Hal Smith and Smokey Burgess were opposites.
Don Slott, Mike LaValliere.
Yeah.
Ground ball, shortstop. 2 outs. Jason Marquis looking for his 5th career shutout. Starling Marte busting it down the line. Travis Snyder left the game with right hamstring tightness, as we showed you a few moments ago. And now Gabby Sanchez, his first at bat of the night. One pitch, 2-1.
It's kind of unusual to see so many people so quiet, and that's dictated by a man out in the middle of the diamond. Been that way for over 39,000 fans.
2-2 the count. They are watching Jason Marquis, the veteran right-hander, put on a clinic.
And does it with just 4 strikeouts, and 4 strikeouts came in a row. But that's been it. He's done a lot of pitching tonight.
And that's why he's thrown only 104 pitches. 33-year-old.
Through the 4th and 5th inning very, very quickly on halves of those innings.
Just gets a piece. 25th start of his career against the Pirates. for his 13th career victory. Chase Headley had 3 more RBIs tonight, plenty for Marquis, and it will be Marquis to finish things up. Brilliant 2-hitter for Jason Marquis. 5th career shutout. 106 pitches, 65 for strikes. Pirates are shut out by Jason Marquis. And the Padres have won 11 in a row here at PNC Park.
Yep, a couple different defeats for the Pirates. They got their heart broken last night, and they just got dominated tonight. There's different ways to do it to different people, and the Pirates have received a double dose last night and tonight. Strap it on, tip your cap to Jason Marquis, and send Eric Bedard out there tomorrow afternoon. See what you can do. Simple as that. It's not any more complicated than that tonight. He was dominant.
Bucks are shut out for the 9th time this season and for the 5th time here at PNC Park. We'll go to the studio now and talk about this one. Continue to do that. Back to the studio with Paul and T.
Hey, no shot.